What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Creating a FiveM framework video. This one, we're talking about 2.0 and 2.0 specifically. As you can see, it's named different right now. It's just named MPX, which is just the core main power, basically. Name is subject to change, but what I'm gonna be sort of sharing is basically the SQL setup on the server. So there's a few things that are changing with 2.0. First off, I do want to pop into a Discord. Let me give it 1 second here, just make sure I'm in the right one. Okay. So in the Discord, there's been a couple changes. Obviously, I haven't posted a video in quite some time, and that's mainly because I've been working this on my own time. And for the longest part, I didn't want you guys to have something that was unfinished, where I would post out videos. But then going through everything, and you can see I posted everything, and here we have a new suggestions page, which basically allows you guys to put in any sort of suggestion Discord-wise, 2.0 wise. And this sort of talks about things that are going to change. So you guys are going to see more live streams on this channel. No one reacted to this because it was like less spur of the moment type thing. But I'm gonna stream a lot of main power 2.0 from now on, and videos will come out eventually that will share the code like this one today. I am going to share the SQL setup, which has been different, but make sure you guys hop in the Discord, get all those notifications for when I do go live. That would be the best. But for right now, we will go into the SQL setup. So there has been a few things, and you guys are going to see a lot of changes actually within this. So we're only going to share the SQL today. So for this, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So I'm going to explain what everything right here does. Basically, we have a create table SQL. So basically, you are still going to need a SQL file if you so choose. Basically, you will need a database. So I will provide a SQL file that just creates the overall database. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. We could, but it it would cause everything to use MP or use a data table for every single SQL call, basically. So we decided not to do that. So let's go down what this create table SQL actually does. So we have create table if not exist players. So obviously it would run once, and if players exist, it won't run this, right? So we have ID, which is just an int, and it just auto increments. So it's just basic SQL thing, keeps you in there. And then we have license. So this is the number one change that you'll see with 1.0 2.0. We are actually using license, which is the FiveM licensed, instead of identifier for Steam. So Steam will no longer be needed, which means everyone could join on any single platform, whether they have Epic or wherever they got it. CID is technically still in here. This is actually a subject one to change. This one might just be completely removed. So then we have cache and bank. So these are your two basic setups. And you can see we have a different setup here. We have decimal and then 2. And what this does is it will basically write a decimal into that second place. So it will only go to the second place. All right. And this is mainly for realistic money. So instead of just having even money, you'll have cents. And this will be a toggleable option if you guys choose to have it or not. First name, last name, all the basic stuff, sex, date of birth, and then job. So job is one of the biggest ones. And I did make sure in our players tab, you will be able to easily just call and change a job and add experience and so on. It's a very simple call, which, I mean, you guys will sort of just have to wait to see, but it's very easy. It is the easiest thing to call a job switch with an experience change and level change. It's super easy. So we have a job. So what does job actually hold? So job's obviously a JSON thing, which we store what the job is. So we're storing the job, which is default unemployed. You start at level 0. So level is a new thing, and same with experience. How I see main power is you gain experience in your job and you'll level up. From that, there's going to be tasks that are different. or tasks that also just go faster based on your level. There's basically a limitless opportunities to where people want to take the level in their job system, to be honest. And then you have rank civilian. So we have a different ranking system. This ranking system actually isn't just numbered, but it's changed to be custom. So you could have someone have a custom rank of, for the easiest way of putting it, if this job was police, you could have chief, under chief, janitor. You could really just have a whole lot of fun with this whole rank, and then define what they could do based off the job's rank as well. And you could do the same thing where if you want a job to be any type of rank, which rank just doesn't matter, you could not call that, but instead level of the job matters, right? So you could do that. So we have phone, which is basically the same thing. SSN is actually a different thing. So most people have citizen IDs, which is just numbers. We're actually going for a whole different route, which you'll see when the player's actually getting created, but it'll generate an actual social security number similar to how the United States have it, except it's just going to be MPX dash number dash XXX, basically, right? So it's you'll always start with this, and this is changeable for anything you guys want to run. Basically, it doesn't really matter. We put MPX just because main power, right? But if you guys following along with videos want to switch that, go right ahead. So we're keeping new set for true. It was just sort of easy thing to keep. And then we have something here where a lot of people have actually been waiting for this. So we have our metadata, which is containing basically our status, right? So we're containing a couple things here. You'll actually see that we're containing the status, but also if you're jailed and also tracked. So first I want to talk about the status. The status is obviously similar to the job, right? So you're probably wondering how this whole status system works. Basically, it's however your server wants to set it up. If you want them to eat and gain experience, they very well can. And from that, they could level up. Now, you'll see value right here is defaulted to 100, but with a max of 150. These are also changeable. So how main power actually sees this is based on your level, you'll be allowed to go off into the max value. Right now, the max value for basically, I would say a default level, like a default level 1, your max value is currently like 100, right? But we have a hard cap at 150. So the higher you level, so say you get level 10, your value could very well be the max. And you could just do a whole lot with this, right? Similar things like the higher level, you can make it really, if you want to make it hardcore, the higher level, the more food it takes, right? Or less food it takes to gain more value. It's really up to how you see it and how your server sees it. Similar thing with stress. Stress is works the opposite way, right? But or how I see it, it sort of works the opposite way. You level up stress, this max gets way lower. But then we have a is jailed. So this one's actually just a basic thing where if you log in and you're jailed, it'll just send you to jail. That's really all it does. But then is tracked is a little different, which I'll sort of have to go into this a little later. I don't want to run this video off too much and not show you guys the rest of the code, but basically, let's just say if we have an item that tracks people and it might be stuck onto the person, this would turn to true. But yeah, and then we have skills. So I feel like a lot of people have actually seen what skills are, but obviously these aren't all the skills. We're gonna have a lot more, but just for the basic gist of it, we have skills. So we have a skill like running, which is level 1, experience 0, and these skills are everything, right? So we have running, driving, flying, lockpicking, hacking, and we get basically unlimited skills. You could have any skill you want and base it off of experience and level. And all these skills, just like all the hunger, everything that runs off of this experience and level system, is literally one simple call. You want to add it? One simple call to add. You want to remove a level? One simple call. You want to just add experience? So how experience works is experience is out of 100. And this is for everything. So experience is out of 100. This system's actually going to change though. So it's going to be experience out of 100 as the base, multiplied by level multiplier basically. So depending, say you're level 5, it's not going to be the same experience as level 4. But basically you'll just be able to add experience, and then when they hit that certain experience cap, it will just automatically level them up. It's a very, very easy thing to call and change. And that's basically the gist of the players tab, really. There are some more things that are going to be in there, but for right now, this is how MPX is looking. So that's our basic table. So we have that, and then we have a function right here, which is execute with delay. And this is actually going to get changed a little bit, but it just basically made sure that the table, one, we connected to the database, and then the table is connected. So it calls for the query, delay, and then the callback. So we set a timeout with the delay basically, and then we execute the query, and then if callback, all good, right? Then we have create table in database. So this is what this does. So if it exists, basically it will add the delay, and then it will print that it already exists. And then if not, creates a table. And then so on resource start, it will initialize the database setup and create the database if it doesn't exist. But that's basically it. Live stream guys, I don't know what times they're going to be at, and they're all going to be, it's going to be this as well as the website. If you guys didn't know, I am remaking a website, which I could show you guys this a little bit. I'll show you guys the new stuff. So the website's actually very interesting with how the new document page is going to look. And you're going to see this, it's very bare bones right now. I haven't had much time to really work on it, but I do feel like I need to show you guys what the document page is going to look like. So sorry, it's going to flashbang you. But I'll just go to the docs page for right now because this is one that really matters. This docs page, 100% custom. You'll have docs for each and every single resource that MP has, and in the search document. So you can see right here in every single one, basically I have the same information, or this get MP in a code line. And the reason why I did this is just mainly for testing. Obviously this isn't the exact thing, right? But if I wanted to search this document and type in get MP, it will actually search through every single resource possible and get you the information and highlight it for you on what you're looking for. So there will be comments where if you wanted to get a status, you'll be just able to type status and it will pull up from any single resource Main Power has. But that's about it. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Select all the pings, mainly YouTube ping if you guys are going to be looking for those live streams. Code ping's always a good one, but hop in there, post some suggestions, say hi, and happy coding.